Welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. I'm going to continue. Well, no, I'm going to continue with my plan to get to the Arcane Tower. But I remembered, because I was checking stuff for the other stuff, but I remembered that there was a summon closet scroll somewhere. Well, as I was searching other stuff, I chanced upon it that I knew it existed, but I missed that, and you can teach it to Gale to always be able to summon a closet, which is pretty useful. But, because it's not like a super noteworthy it's not the best item in the game. Let's just go.
While I'm at it.
But a closet is better than, I think, basically every other option when it comes to familiars. Like, there aren't really many other choices that you would choose instead.
Keeping pace.
So frankly, I want to pick it up so that I can have it.
Yes.
It is apparently a named element.
Immediately.
I also learned that somewhere here there's a path. Yeah. There's somewhere in this area that I need to actually explore. It's northeast that I missed in my previous playthrough. I didn't mean to actually notice it and like find it accidentally. I meant to play without finding stuff like this, but it's a torch stalk field northeast of the Arcane Tower. So it's near here. It must be down there, maybe? And south east of the decrepit village. Yeah, it must be right here. Jumping over 2 mushrooms growing out of the cliff face. Climb down the cragged rock. That's something that I need to pay attention to too, because I didn't know it existed.
Come on, let's go.
I mean, it looks like I can just go right there. What's this? View field. What is it originating from? This? So it can't see here for some reason? That doesn't make sense.
Breathe deep and move.
Because I was looking into... The reason
What's cooking?
I chanced upon this was I was looking into whether there are any, like, normal ways to get wisdom, like, boost your wisdom up to an extreme degree. So that,
No time to rest.
like an equivalent of this, like set wisdom to like 19 or something. There doesn't appear to be. And it's basically case I was checking to see if you could go for like a wisdom dumping monk
Breathe deep and move.
and then use items to supplement it. It doesn't appear. Wait, you probably can, but you can't just
Path less traveled.
have high wisdom from an item or a free effect.
I'd love to, thanks.
Defender of the people.
There might be ways to do it that I'm fully unaware of. There are definitely ways to get more points into it, but you can't, because there are items that like set your strength to 23, which to me is pretty. If there was an equivalent for wisdom, that seems like it would be a fun monk setup. Like building a monk with just dex, or okay, it turned around. Good to know. But it didn't shoot me. Yuri, I don't know if you're coming back, if you'll ever read this message, but if you do come back, could you wait for me? I'll only be gone for a few 10 days. Nothing but Bernard to fill these halls. I don't know how much longer I can take this. I waited until Tarsak. I'll always wait for you, but you didn't come. Lenore! This was sent by Lenore, who the dude here mentioned, which is what sent us, well, it didn't technically send me here, but if I was following it, that's what would have sent me here. Okay. I'm pretty sure that this area has a survival check. I'm gonna go super aggressive here. Okay, yeah, the survival check failed. I have no idea what's gonna happen here. It shouldn't be able to see me. It shouldn't be able to shoot me. But I have no idea what's gonna happen here. I mean, this should be behind it. If I dash... I guess I have to jump here. I shouldn't get shot here. I will complain if I do. I fully expect I might get shot here. If I do, I'm gonna complain.
Where am I needed? And I'm off.
Like, it's kind of reasonable, but it wouldn't have that much accuracy to be able to shoot it effectively. But I don't have any faith.
Very well.
Okay, let's see how it goes.
No one back home will ever believe this.
So hope I don't get shot. Okay, it knows she's there. For some reason. It just sort of knows where she is. It maybe this let they communicate between each other. I think that's the safest place. It can see there for some reason. This won't be safe. I mean, that should be safe enough right there. Because line of sight, it shouldn't be able to shoot me. So I'm gonna have those two stick there. She's just gonna jump. And like on the off chance that there is something that lets me shut them down without breaking them. I know there's stuff that lets you shut them down in various ways, but
Which way to the nearest library?
my current goal is not to break them. I want to try and
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
get out of here
I could go
without
for a good meal.
breaking them. Okay, I'm safe here.
Can't give up now. Don't waste a step.
Safe there.
Keeping quiet.
I can't dash that far. Okay, so if I path, I'll have to path there. And jump as far as I can. Then path
Heading
here. I think you can break this and maybe it falls? No idea.
Let's get this over with.
I'm fully aware that the easiest way, I think,
Don't burn yourself.
you can just Eldritch Blast them once or twice and it's good
Look
enough.
ahead.
It will take out the turrets because it's force damage and it's effective against sturdy. So it does double damage. It's D10 each hit. You get at least a 5 and it will take damage. And if you have a +4 already, you're guaranteed to do at least 5. And so you blast it twice. As long as you don't miss, you're good.
Sharp as ever.
But I'm sort of leaning towards not breaking them yet. Because whatever was in that note, I can't remember what its name was. Maybe they would complain if I break their stuff. Maybe they wouldn't, but because I don't know that, I would rather assume that it's worthwhile to not break them.
Making me sweat.
Anyway, now I have to get through here, which is a little more rough. You can hide here. There's several places you can hide. I should have been moving everyone else instead of just trying to get everyone grouped up, obviously.
Onward.
But I just wanted to get everyone here, and then I can
Wizard's
save.
Tower is his sanctum. Private place for research and respite. But as this wizard's not home, I say we take a peek.
Yes. You just go here, and you can jump. So if I press shift, you can see where it can see and where it can't see. So I just get here, I hide behind here, and I am good. There's stuff I can loot. I'll leave this floor for now. I think my current goal is to get through this door, which isn't locked, so I can get through it fairly easily, then go down, because I haven't actually solved the way to use this elevator. I don't actually know the solution.
No one stopped me yet.
But what I do know
Be on
is
my way.
that whatever solution it definitely requires you to go down. Like, okay, there, it took a while. So, might as well set up so I can head down. I also probably could have unlocked that and then run through here, but
2 steps at a time.
jump. Because this tower is where the Club of Giant Strength, Club of Hill Giant Strength is at the top. You can get it. I never would find it legitimately. I can make that clear.
Damn, it's good to be alive.
Like, there's no way I would legitimately be able to figure out the way to get
Saddle up.
the Club of Hill Giant Strength.
Sharp as ever.
Can you get through the door? Yes, you can. Just get as much movement out of it as I can.
Ever onward.
One with the weave.
Okay, he's gonna go
What
next.
to do?
This character should be fine to jump and run.
Moving in.
And once I'm through the door, close it. I can open it as necessary, but if it can't see me, it can't shoot me.
That way.
Okay,
Hey ho.
safe. Then once I get Gale here, I can jump down this way. And then I think I'm good.
Yeah?
Like, I'm pretty sure I won't have to worry about
Excellent choice.
any more. I don't think there are more turrets further below.
My pleasure.
So I think as long as I'm out of
Let's march.
here, I'm good.
The air is ripe with magic.
It's wasteful, but I'm gonna... I think it's probably better to short rest, but I don't feel like it.
What now?
Gale needs to feather fall.
These things have stayed interesting.
And then jump down here. You don't actually need to feather fall. I think you can actually jump here without feather falling. Come on, everyone get down here. 2 more people. Why? I mean, whatever, it works. Go on, jump. Okay. I'm pretty sure there's no towers here.
Should mind my step.
Yes, I'm safe. Now I just need to make my way further down. Which, I mean, yes, it's more... Ooh, I need these. It's more kind of aesthetically pleasing to explore it in a different way. I'm gonna explicitly make sure that I can't accidentally use all these spores. Because I can't extract it if I don't have all of them in the same character, I think.
Not as bad bad as it could have.
I just don't want to accidentally completely forget that this is a quest that it needs the spores. Ah, these are what I need too. There's only 2 of them, so I can't extract them. Vase is useless.
Always room for
Supply
more.
pack is food. Threadbare book. How can I trust? How will I ever know? How can I show myself my darkest me? No idea what
Sounds
that's
like
about.
the owner was quite the literary type.
I could just featherfall and jump all the way down instead of making my way down. Anyway, just for reference, like if I press this,
Here goes nothing.
Looks like some kind of magical contraption. Now to get it to work.
yeah, so it just doesn't work, so there's no point in trying to use it. There was somewhere that I thought was more of an intended route the rest of the way down. Yeah, here's a little bit of a better drop. I think that's the... Other than just jumping here. This is the... Oh, you don't have Featherfall, just continue down here. Does less damage to you than going that way.
Seek
I
and you
believe.
shall find me.
This was the point at which I remembered that I could just cast Featherfall. And I learned in my first playthrough that Featherfall is a ritual
How much farther can I go?
that you can cast an infinite number of times. And that's a hole. Specifically for small animals.
Bet that'll fit in my pack.
Could make a good... I mean, it basically druid or similar turning into rats and stuff. I think familiars and mage hands can go through those, I believe. These are cool.
It feels like my magic is getting drained.
It's generally like, it feels like you could probably play a character with this as a system. Like, you design your character all around. They carry this and jump at spellcasters. Though there's something about it doesn't do anything in the overworld unless it's in a pouch or something. You can just send it to wherever you want.
Don't give me trouble now.
You can leave it in the camp without much issue. Blacklight, Sylvan Stone. I still don't know if Wolf's Candle is just the name of like a mushroom.
That's curious.
So that's the whole that was right here, I think. I'm going to temporarily, in case just having it nearby triggers whatever solution I need. I don't think it is going to, but
What's the story?
I'm gonna have her carry her anti-magic a little further away.
And, well, in it.
Anti-magic properties of Susa Tree flowers, I think, is relevant to read. I'm just gonna read it in my head because it's gonna be a fair bit. This is the solution to the masterwork item. Ooh. It ends blank. Not relevant. Oh, how to survive in cities. I don't think there's any reason. Yeah, I can't steal these.
What path lies before me?
I wonder why I can't. Am I too... Yeah, you just can't take it. It just is there. So this is a power generator. And there's something you put in there. This, to me, implies that this is where you put the Susa leaves. Like, you put them inside there and it works. It could also just be these petals. I mean, on the off chance it's just the petals, I'll just try it. Yeah, I figured it wasn't. It could be the blue petals. Blue. Like, I'm thinking it might be this. You put a full Susa thing into there and it provides power for however long. It's the only guess I have. And I don't think I tried it on my previous playthrough. I barely tried anything. Because I wasn't that... I didn't realize that there's another floor above. How many items? I'm gonna go to Karlak. I still need another icy component. Anyway, I'm light enough for now. Or I'm not walking slowly. Ooh, those are worth 7 gold. I don't think they're actually worth that. That's how much they would be if I purchased them. Yes, I think there might be another hint in this zone. It's not the most important. Personally, I haven't really used Detect Thoughts. Because it just feels risky against interesting characters. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is not the solution. This is basically you power it and then you can use that to go up. Because without that, the only way back is to just waypoint. So, let's group up again.
Soldier.
There's no reason to do it this way, but...
Despite everything.
What are you doing? Okay. I figured. It's weird that they power it with anti-magic flowers. It's not really the most difficult puzzle. Oh, it powers down when you power it up? I figured there'd be a way to power them down. I didn't figure it would be that easy. And that's the level above. And the level above. There's 2 more floors. Huh. There's a lot that I didn't explore there. Cool. Anyway, I have the Susa magic, Susa flower anti-magic on her. Which I still want for... There's a specific... Yes, there's a chest. Okay, is everybody in? 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. It just teleports you. I thought it was going to be an elevator, like a movement elevator. I don't think there's anything on this floor that I want to check. I think I checked everything that isn't a vase, and vases never give anything, so... Oh, she almost walked out. Yes, these are powered down, so I'm good now. Which is why I didn't try to loot this earlier. You know, for the sake of it, I'm going to separate out so that I can at least go here first. You failed the check. I mean, I don't need it because I think the solution that exists would still solve it. Now I bring everyone here. Apparently the solution is basically Susa stuff, anti-magic's that you then open it and get actual loot from. That's actually pretty cool. The fact that it's Mistress Grace too. Pretty noteworthy. Protect from evil and good. Heartlight bomb. Not the best loot. Apparently you can do some weird, like, I would say glitchy stuff using this.
Light on my feet.
I cannot remember what, but you can certainly do some glitch, like weird duplications, transformations of stuff using that chest. There is a light in every living thing. It's crawling towards the surface to survive, and in its wake it tramples everything. We'll kill the rest so that one can thrive. Dame Inya. It's a play? I have no idea. Evil's Ascent. No idea what that's all about. Potions, always good. Burlap sack.
Anything of use?
I kind of wish this game let you establish a formation to work with, so that you could say, hey, I want this character to be at the front, I want this character to stand back, that type of stuff. But you can't, which is a shame. I'm trying to split this. I want to split... Shoot, wrong one. I want to do it the other way. Sadly, gold weighs stuff. It's just so much weight that I'm carrying. This won't be relevant again until chapter 3, but it only weighs 0.5. Everything weighs so little. But it all adds up. Have I gone here? That's where I jumped. Right, because that's the jump. Already went there. Go up a floor. There might be some sort of combat here, I don't know. Because the mentioned character in that message outside mentioned someone with the letter B. Bernard was their name. Let's see if they choose to pick a fight. Where are you, Bernard? Oh, you're up a floor from here. Good. Arcana +1, religion +1. Hey. I'm not going to keep it on this character forever, but it's a little more interesting than +3 movement.
What a charmer.
There was some other... Yes, the noteworthy one
So that's progress.
was this. I think is slightly better as just a default thing to carry.
At least things have stayed
Is it
interesting.
ritual? It says ritual, but is it? Nice, okay. So Gale can unprepare that and instead prepare... I could do Tasha's, I could do hold person.
No one stopped me yet.
There's a button there. I'm not just gonna push it.
Swift as my feet can
I'm
carry
gonna
me.
consider pushing it later, but until I have reason to even slightly guess what the button might do, I'm not gonna push it.
Open up.
Or until I'm done in the tower for everything else that I might be curious about. Books. That might have a notebook right there. The roads to darkness. Wait! It didn't. I was just outside. Good. For a second I thought it let me do that. Roads to Darkness. An epic tragedy about power, corruption, and loneliness. Prologue. A lonely road. Thunder and lightning. Enter Soreth. Soreth. New sounds through damp and dark oppression break. Is it the foe, that foul contemptuous heel? Or art thou friend, a rescue from my lonely wake? Come out of love for me, not love for blood and steel. And Teresia, how would I know? How would I know, Sora? It's been so long. What do I know of you, and you of me? Wait, do you hear that sound? I'm just gonna read it briefly. I mean, that's like nothing. There's no reason to read that, honestly. Dearest Lenore, Amarith, I'm not sure I should say this, but your last letter really worried me. Why in all hells would you tame a bullet? Just because you found it near Myrna's grave doesn't mean that that's a sign. I'm really worried about you, Lenore. A bullet is not a pet. Using it as a guardian is one thing, but you sound quite taken by it. I know you don't want to come back before you finish your research, but if you are feeling lonely, you know my door is always open. Lots of love and hugs, Amarith. P.S. It really warms my heart to hear that you put the autumn crocus flowers on Myrna's grave. I remember she liked to roll around in them, even though she'd always sneeze after. She was such a soft, loyal dog. I wish there was more I could do. Who was this? Yuri. Y-R-R-E. Ire? Lenore sent it to them. And then they waited. Weird.
Still breathing.
There's a lot of story there. Scroll of gaseous form, fringe philosophy, soul coin. It's a bunch of pretty useful stuff. Gith and mind flares. Ooh, that's a Githyanki disc. Wait, that said I can't decipher them, why can't I? I'm just as much of a Githyanki as she is.
The disc is formed from slate and engraved with Tirsu. The markings look familiar, but you can make no sense of their logic or structure. Without a cipher or primer to aid you, the disc's message could be near impossible to discern.
Recall your language lessons with advantage, with a +9 total because I have expertise in history. DC 12, 10 to 13 bonus. The +3 from choosing to equip the headband of intellect. Thank God for advantage.
You recall a method your ancestors used to conceal information from its illithid slavers and apply it to the disc. From the symbols, a pattern forms.
From there, illicit
And
save
from
lavers,
that
right?
pattern, a story emerges. The Prince of the Comet,
Oh,
Part 1.
I found this later in the
So
game.
It was that we were free from Gake shackles and turned our blades on each other. The heavens were shattered, and one great empire was divided in two. Gith traveled to the Hells to broker help for her people, her cause. Vlaakith would have you believe Mother Gith proclaimed her our queen. Lies. Gith made no such proclamation. Vlaakith seized the empire against the mother's wishes, but Gith had nurtured a son, Orpheus, Prince of the Comet, the true heir. He knew Vlaakith's treachery. Orpheus rallied Gith's honor guard and declared the throne for himself. The War of the Comet had begun. You've heard tell of the prince who betrayed Vlaakith, but these writings accuse Vlaakith of betraying Gith herself. No wonder the tale was so expertly encoded.
And decoded by
Lae'zel will surely want
a
to know
nobody.
of this.
I'm not telling her that yet. I only encountered this after there was a great deal of interaction later. Ooh, tentacle. I don't get it. Gray means it could be like brain related. It could
No
be,
traps, please.
but it's clearly that poem thing was clearly mind flare
With haste.
related. Yeah, and then that They shouldn't really have those so close together. So whoever this was went crazy. More books. So much lore to be had. I really want to push that button, but I'm gonna have to wait. Oh shoot, I'm carrying a chest in her inventory, aren't I?
Can't give up now. Bet I can crack.
I don't remember where this was. I think it was down below. Oh yeah, it was outside where I would have gotten blasted by bolts, which is why I didn't have a way to open it. That's so bad. Like, Searing Smite's good. Ish. It's an additional 1d6, but it's a base 1d4 weapon. It is throwable, which is something. But that's not very good.
If not over, then through.
Okay, I'll save. Go into here. And ascend. Bernard.
New sounds to the percussion break. Is it the fall?
Hey, that's that player below.
Hours spent studying at your college come back to you. This is the opening stanza of an old play, The Roads to Darkness.
Art thou friend, a rescue from my lonely wake? I think if you read the thing below, but you fail the history check, well, even if you do, maybe this here is the only thing you can work. Maybe this shows up anyway, but you don't know if it makes sense.
Come out of love for me, not love for blood and steel.
Steel.
Command as you see fit, my lord. My liege.
Don't get me wrong. I
It's
love
pretty neat.
poetry as much as an ex-wizard, but using it to command an automaton seems a bit self-indulgent to me.
What is this place? How will I ever know? Let's see what this is.
The deepest secret show. Reveal the truth. Do what you wish to see.
What? No idea what any of that was. Other than it doesn't attack me. That's it. Any fun stats? Multi-attack, static discharge. Static discharge aura. Ooh, that's dangerous. With a bunch of constructs. Each hit from enemies deal an additional 3 to 8 lightning damage for weapon attacks. And I also take 2 to 16 every turn. For however long the static discharge lasts. Overcharge can stun wielder unless it is a construct, but it's a construct, so it's fine. I think overcharge must be from the weapon. It's resistant to it basically everything. Interesting. It's probably a rough fight. There's a stool somewhere here. I think. I have no idea where. I kind of want to kill these guys, but I feel like it's more interesting to do it this way. Okay. I definitely can't talk with the animated armors. What happens if they get sutured? They just get incapacitated. Is this guy immune to the Susur? He is.
More for me.
Pretty interesting, honestly. I like exploring this location. I do not understand what this... Maybe it's so you can fight stuff in a more interest... Like you can get a height advantage up here? There's nowhere to go from here. Weird. Okay. Go in here. Nothing back here. I'm just the only thing I know. Yes, this is the one that's noteworthy. So this. Okay, it didn't comment on it.
Don't burn yourself.
If I go here, it didn't do anything. I thought it's supposed to... Oh, is the Susur stuff interfering?
Very well.
Does the Susur bark negate the magical stool?
Still alive, so that's progress.
Because it gives you... It's supposed to give you like 23 strength or something when you're sitting on it.
What's this?
Yeah.
feeling of power?
21 strength.
It's gone. I felt so strong.
Okay, in case they get angry at
Where
me
did
for
that come
breaking their
from?
stool.
That chair leg could make for a fine weapon.
This is just the most interesting element. Like, sets your strength to 19. Now, is this better? Yes. Which is, I've been reading a bunch of stuff. Like, you could put, if you want to use both of these, oh, it is light though. I don't think I can do this because I can't dual wield. But if you can dual wield, you can have like 2 staves, 2 whatever weapons. This item, is the staff probably better for a spellcaster? Yes. Is it much funnier in my opinion to have 19 strength? Yes. I love the idea of actually being able to jump. Like, look at that jump range. Wonderful. Guiding light. It's just a light cantrip? There's no way. Used by the previous owner to access the Underdark's darkest corners and her own basement. It must be down below. You can use it to access some special place if you cast this specific variant of light on yourself. It must do something special. In their basement. The ring seems to reflect light where there should be none. I don't know. Paper. These empty sheets are all that's left of you, the last of all the thoughtless gifts you gave. I will hold on to them. It's all that I can do. I can't throw them away. I've never been that brave. I think it's pretty weird to call that poetry. I mean, if I killed this guy, I'd actually get experience from him. It's weird that I don't. I think it's such a weird... Oh, if you don't kill them, you don't get experience.
Must have been linked to that button.
Oh, yeah, I can specifically go to the basement. Cool. I'm gonna grab this stuff first before I go down. And then I'm gonna check out the button on the floor below. What the? Why did he roll a perception check? Why did no one else roll a perception check? Weird. Oh, it's so nice to be able to jump. I might use this when I'm actually fighting enemies, but for now I'm not, so it's a lot more interesting to just have the ability to jump. Okay, they did all show up. More spores. Book time. Death and Resurrection. I think I've read this. I'm not sure. Basilisk Oil, that's the third one.
Pockets.
Look at all these spell scrolls. It's wonderful. Magic of the Weave. Actually, this is... The Spell Plague was relevant. I had to pause a second there. I was gonna jump a tiny bit. And... I'll just continue there. To go help out with something. You know what, let's just leave her behind. Dates back 10 years. Cleric of Mistra. Who would have thought 3 years ago that I would start a diary? Not a research journal, but a real diary. I guess when every soul is more like to kill you than converse with you, talking to a book starts making sense. And who would have thought 3 years ago I would be called back to Baldur's Gate to confer with the other clerics of Mystra, right at the apex of my studies? I have all the pieces, but I have barely started my treatise. No matter. I will take my ring with me to show them a glimpse of the possibilities. I will leave you, my dear book, here, together with the rest of my research, waiting to be finished. I should be back before next chess. LDH, which is the Lorraine or whatever her name was. Dehurst. No, it's not that one. No, it's not that one. Lenore Dehurst must be their name. Bark can't be electrocuted. Actually, that's pretty good. There's definitely setups, like there's a pair of boots that electrify the ground you're on, and then make you more effective with lightning in some manner. It might be that it gives you the spark thing. I can't remember what it's called. Like lightning charges, it might be. I can't remember. Five to 12 uncommon, 1d4 to saving throws and weapon attack rolls, and an additional 2d4 to spell attack rolls. Bless grant. That's really good. I mean, I was gonna stick with this, but I think that's basically, how can I not? Like, that's so good. Because that makes Bless 2d4 for attack rolls and saving throws, and 3d4 for spell attack rolls for the attacks. Like, that's really good. And like, my intention originally was to, once I reach level 4 Bard, ASI get to 20 Charisma. Now I'm going to do the boring dual wielder, so I could equip the staff and the club, or the staff and another staff, to get better bonuses, because making Bless just way better is super valuable. Like, that's just too good to pass up. Of course, I mean, this is just an extra cast of Bless for free, so it's not really lost. Naloth Enclave. Ooh, Elminster. The ultimate wizard of Faerun. Elminster and Naloth. Elminster said Naloth was a wonder to behold when it floated in Faerun's sky. He was surely right. This Netherese enclave was once a jewel in the empire of magic, with towers that pierced the heavens. And yet it fell, just as all Netherese enclaves did, crashing down when Karthus's folly, relevant, ripped magic from the world. But even after it collapsed into the sea, its ruins still held a strange, twisted beauty. I traveled here with Halrua when I heard the sea had retreated and the ruins of Naloth were visible once again. Alas, I was not the first. Looters have stripped the enclave of its material wealth, destroying much of its esoteric riches in the process. I found arcane books used to make campfires, their magic lost now to the ages. I have met some Shadowvar here whose interests align with mine, and we've agreed to search the ruins together. I'm grateful to for these allies. The ruins are mostly filled with thick-skulled adventurers, but I cannot shake the feeling that someone is watching us, waiting to see what we uncover. Fun story building. Ooh, that's gonna go somewhere. I wonder where. Oh, okay. There's just an exit. Interesting. Up I go a few floors. It probably would be faster to go back where I came from and then just go to the top and then down one, but I'm gonna say I've explored this enough. I got a cool staff. I got a cool club. Actually could give the club... Ah, shoot, where's Karlak? She's gonna go this way.
No one back home will ever believe this.
So I need to ascend one more time. And then... Ooh, these are back on? Are they back on? I'm not sure. I can't tell if it's just that they never turned off. This is where I want to push the button, see what happens.
Ready.
And then after I push the button, it'll be time to flee. So quick save in case it blows everything out.
Strange place for a button. Especially one that doesn't work.
I'm gonna assume it didn't work and just leave. Nah, I can go up one more floor. And go back up to the higher floors, check them really quick. Actually, let's see if there's anything in the telescope.
I spy
Nothing.
with my little eye. Nothing of note, really.
Okay, everyone is here. Ascend. Button didn't seem to have done anything. I don't know if I went up here. There isn't really anything up here. I could just jump down. I could try to talk to this creature. I will once attempt to talk.
Command is fulfilled, my lord.
What is this place?
An unannounced command that I cannot fulfill.
Yes, they just don't understand this. He's crawling toward the surface to survive. The empty sheets are all that's left of you. The last of the solace gifts you gave.
There's all that I can do. I can't throw them away. I've never been that brave.
An item, maybe? No.
Command is fulfilled.
There's life in every living thing. Okay, that's fine. I'm totally fine killing it. Don't know why that triggered a fight specifically, but... So these ones there are gonna shoot. I think I'm gonna focus on this guy first. Just jump. Actually, yeah, go there. Hope that they group up a bit. And then just deal with them. Oh yeah, I have Fowler Alluve on her. Hence why it has a very different... Yeah, because... I know why it doesn't work on it. I don't have an issue with that. It is definitively humanoid. Because humanoid is all about shape, I'm pretty sure. But, well, in non-D&D terms, it's all about shape. You know what I should actually do? Scoot back.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
And I'm heavy. For some reason. Because he didn't give me an item, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I'm gonna bless. Might as well use this bless because it's all the same. She's out of line of sight. I can bless myself. It's not the end of the world. Why can't I see her though? Like, she's definitely in line of sight. Whatever. I'll just bless myself. Cause yeah, bless and Mistress Blessing. So now this should be, yeah, 15% higher. 25% higher? It's a lot higher for sure. And he still missed. So this is, he rolled a 3. He got 3 from proficiency. He rolled a 1 on bless, and then Mister's blessing gave him a 1 and a 2. Terrible roll. Almost the worst imaginable roll. Ooh, crit might actually just kill him. Shoot. Misty Step being a bonus action helps a lot. It's mostly knocking it back that I'm after. These rolls are abysmal. Okay, the miss is a crit, that's fine. Okay, Bless gave at least a 4. Bless 2 and 2, 2. That's not bad. Average. That's about average for that. Okay, this character has... Yeah, I'm still sitting at 15 AC on him. Like, I really need to actually, like, itemize for more AC. God, that's the second critical attack from the enemy. Like, just bad luck on that. Wait, did the incapacitated one just shoot me? Oh no, it's this guy here. Okay, you're gonna finish this guy off, hopefully. Then you're gonna get over here. I really should have activated the Falar Aluv, but... Should I try to take out these guys first? I'm not sure.
No choice but to keep going.
Okay, so I'm concentrating on Bless. I can mock this guy. I could try to frighten it. Can frighten apply to... I mean, it doesn't say frightened can't apply to robots. The frightening would be really good if it hit. I have no rolls there. This would do nothing. Lovely rolls. Every roll has been bad. To mediocre. That's not right. Like, he still would have saved. But shouldn't it be a DC 15? Because this is 8 plus 4 plus 3, 13. That's not how addition works. I think it probably still used 15 as the DC. Because a lot of that stuff, it uses the correct DC. But that's not the right DC. It still would have hit. But... it's kind of messy. A lot of those numbers, they aren't set up correctly.
What path lies before me?
Like a gust of wind him out of the tower. That would be so good. What's the hit rate? Strength save. It probably is pretty good at saving against strength. Yeah. Plus 4. It's only a plus 4 total. I do need a spell attack. I also should have this going. That's my goal. Get that. Jump up here. And get up high. Probably should have moved and then shot. That's the AoE electric damage. Dead though. I'm gonna need to revive him because he's gonna take damage on his turn, which will be an issue. I can't gust of wind because you can't gust of wind because it doesn't. Whatever.
Survival is all that matters.
This shouldn't work on this sort of construct.
My turn.
She's actually going to go in on try to kill this guy instead of finishing these guys off. I'm not gonna be able to heal if I do it that way though.
Blood comes easy these days.
I'm gonna throw a heal potion. Hopefully it works. It did, good.
Let's cook with
Basically
fire,
just don't want him to die. 5 to 8 versus actual. My damage is not great on her.
baby. Show him who you are.
Am I taking 5 damage every time I attack? Okay, so static discharge is dealing damage in return every time you hit. Oh no, it is. What? Yeah, so static discharge isn't. No, it's each turn. The phrasing here is all others take 2 to 16 lightning damage each turn, not each attack. That doesn't make sense.
A rough tempest I will raise.
Maybe that's not what it says it does. Oh, that's melee cast range. Yeah, no. Don't really need that. Out of line of sight. I could shoot it through the window. That'd be pretty funny. I think this... It's better. It's probably better to just run away from this guy and let it wear out so he gets stunned, but... That's not what it's supposed to do. Like, what it has written here and what it does is not accurate. Like... They really should fix the writing on that. Okay, I was in the range. I shouldn't have been, but... By I shouldn't have been, I mean I should have moved out of the range, but...
Still on my feet.
It's just kind of messy. Like, the way this is set up is not... It's not behaving how the text says it should, and that frustrates me. She's gonna die. That's not gonna fix it.
Use some healing.
So he's gonna heal on his turn. He's gonna first get out of the lightning. Is he out of the lightning? It's not saying. I can't cast because I was downed, I guess. Anyway. He's gonna die. Or go down again. So it does both. It statically discharges in that context, and it hits every turn, despite the fact that it doesn't state that it hits as like a return damage. It doesn't indicate that anywhere
Never a dull moment.
beyond it applying that effect. Each turn. It's not well written. Inorganic material? I mean, if you call this organic material, I'm gonna complain. Did it have disadvantage like it should?
I must heal.
Good, it did. I would have complained. I also should have moved first, but...
On my way.
No, don't move.
Gods, it's hot in here.
They're consistently rolling 21s and 22s. I mean, I was lucky on that. 1 damage critical. Anyway. It's about to go supernova. On its turn it will freeze, so I should be fine to just go beat up these. I forgot, I wasn't paying any attention. That was a mistake, but it doesn't really matter anyway, but... It's probably better to save him.
Victory is assured.
Yeah, this AoE is kind of messy.
Alright, Karlak. Let's go.
Does she have movement? No. Yes? No? She does? She doesn't have actions, but I can still just do this.
I've got it.
Wait, why am I still raging? I thought it dropped if you go unconscious. But I guess it doesn't. Now I can kill this guy. He doesn't have an action. So he's just gonna scoot on up here, because I'm gonna have 1 turn to attack him. Why'd that crit for 8? Oh, okay, it was 2d10. What? Is it a heavy crossbow, I guess? I really need to get more attacking things here. I have too many control ones when my other character, when my bard doesn't have attacking either. The only attack he has is lightning bolt, and that's not the best. I assume it is resistant to lightning. Yes, it's resistant to fire. It's not resistant to cold. Lightning still might be better damage, but...
Sometimes the only way out is through. Light on my feet.
I could sleep it, but it can't sleep. 100% because it's stunned? I assume? Yeah, sure.
What's this?
So it should die right here. If I don't get destroyed. Please don't miss one. Please at least hit one of them. Nice. And then I can dip
Making my move.
and drink a potion. Interesting choice. Bernard is dead.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
I had a beam. Maybe I didn't. Okay. If I move here, will I? If I move here, I should be able to. I'm gonna launch it and get absolutely launched. That damage is too much.
I won't give in.
Yeah, I can't really do anything. Deal some damage to this guy. It's incapacitated, but it's not stunned, so it doesn't have a higher chance to hit. Anyway. They're dead. And I get to here, and this fight is over. Probably shouldn't be able to shoot this, but I can. It probably still... It doesn't resist fire. I should have moved, probably. Yeah, you're gonna move as far as you can. You're gonna have to dash.
Let's go.
There.
All right.
Very rough fight. A key. And Light of Creation. Which is bad. On non-constructs, I think. Unless, depending on what the chance is. Even then, it's probably bad. Unless you're immune to being stunned. I don't know if you can be immune to being stunned, but it would be not useless if you were immune to stun.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
I bet that... I wonder if that key was to the chest outside. That I pickpocketed, that I unlocked. I picked the lock of. Basically all of these are going in. Oh, you know what? I can increase my carry weight by equipping the club. That's all the more reason to wield the club. And if I take the dual wielder feat, I'm pretty sure it lets me get 1 AC, so I only lose 1 AC from a basic shield, and there's not that many +3 shields that I've seen. And if there are any, they come up way later. So, I finished this to the best of my patience. Now it's time to clean up the thing that I noticed that I missed. That was in the Blighted Village. Blighted Village. The tea house. Oh, I also have to kill the goblins in the Blighted Village, huh? Oh, no, I already did. Wait. Yeah, I must have if there's blood there. I don't think I got the 2 by the entrance, though. On the left here. I should go kill them. Yeah, I picked up a ton of books. Okay, if I go 120 versus the club brings me up to 230, I can carry so much more junk. So what I'm going to go dual wielder just for that, kind of. I mean, long term it's still useful because then I can wield multiple staves to get more spell DC and spell attack. What's this one? Oh yeah, the furnace. One of something I missed. One of the coffins? I missed a coffin and it has a closet scroll or something. Maybe I opened one of them and didn't grab out of it. It's also entirely possible that I completely missed it somehow. I'm just gonna grab that to get rid of it. Yeah, I could have just totally missed it. It could be that it just wasn't here. Anyway, I'm gonna hunt for it, and if I find it, I'll show it. It is supposedly in this casket right here. I'm wondering if maybe I launched that guy down into the pit. Because I think I launched one into a pit. And if they were carrying it on them and I launched them into the pit, that's pretty rough. Like, the only one with any useful loot is the one I launched into a pit. Wait. Oh, okay. I missed this, though. So I might as well get it now. I missed out on the scroll of the... But this is the one I would have launched into a pit. Well, I wouldn't have launched that. What is this? Yeah, maybe... I wouldn't have sold it. There's no way. Did I have a different character? Did I have Asterion on with me at the time? Anyway, I either have it somewhere, or I don't. And so I'm going to check very briefly, and then it's just going to be back to the Underdark.
Don't want to draw any attention. Let's see what you're hiding.
Yeah, he doesn't have it in his inventory.
Can't slow down.
Lae'zel probably doesn't. I searched for Quasit in other people's inventories. Yeah, nothing in
Never
hers.
wanted the easy path.
I don't think I had Shadow... actually, I might have had Shadow Heart still. That's very possible.
This calls for careful footwork. Alright.
Almost pleasant traveling with company.
Ugh.
If you ignore all the...
Softer than a whisper.
I was cast aside some...
Not what I meant to put.
All's
Stop.
well, I hope. Aside from the obvious.
I don't need any attention.
All's well, I hope. Aside from the obvious.
Breathe quiet. Move with care.
I really wish I could hide. Because I'm only trying to hide from her. Can I go invisible without wasting a spell slot?
It's their business.
No.
I'll be fine.
Why do I lose the condition?
That's a friendly looking shape.
Ah, because I'm not obscured. If I turn these off, maybe I'll be obscured so I can hide.
Just out of view.
No Quasit in her inventory. So I don't think I have it. I'll just very quickly... Yeah, so either I missed it in someone's inventory, or I just lost it somehow. Because I definitely wouldn't have sold it. Like, why would you sell it? When you can just learn it on a character. Yeah, if I search summon,
I applaud.
I don't have it. Pretty sure I didn't teach it to Gale. Oh well, that's a loss.
No, never
But
mind.
back to the Underdark I go. I don't think so. I want to be. I think I want to be here. So out this way. I'm going to short rest as well, because I really need it. Out this way. Out to here. I go this way and then jump. So I'm thinking it's near here. Oh yeah, this right there. This is the Hag's entrance. Right through here, this. I can't remember. This teleports you there, so you can go back and forth. And there's like another fairy circle behind this, an illusory wall here. That seems like probably one of the easier entrance ways to get down here. I could unparalyze the drow, but that jump scared me because I wasn't paying attention. What are you doing? What are you doing? I didn't click jump.
That might be worth a look.
It's a huge dirt mound. What? Okay. You can climb down. Might as well just jump though. Okay, so I want to explore here. I'm thinking right down there. Yeah, Cragged Rock. So I think that's where I need to go. How you would find this? Genuinely,
Should get started.
no idea how you would notice that. Go quickly before your featherfall runs out. God. I know I can revive, but that's just a pain.
Well, well, well.
Death's closer.
Freshened up and ready to fight.
Okay, where's the last guy? Hopefully he follows. He did. Good. Yeah, I never found this, and I never would find it without
Time to press ahead.
explicit prompting. I'm gonna murder these guys. I really want to take a full rest, though. Do I need to?
Minster's not around.
I mean, I have plenty of spell slots.
What to do? One day I'll
And
catch a break.
I still have a rage charge. Walls faithful. Apologies. Yeah, that seems kind of dangerous because it's only removed by healing. Kuatoas. I want to explore this. There's stuff over here. That's kind of cool. I assume this is a fairly small map. Yeah, I assume basically this is the end of it. That's cool, though. That's a big creature. So is that, implying there's a bunch of these dudes. I'm going to go into this with an open mind. And by that I mean I'm not going to start a fight instantly. Okay, no, I'm going to long rest because all of my till long rest stuff is not active anyway. Which is because I died, but... End the day.
You carry a Githyanki wreath.
What's this one?
I will have an explanation. Or your head.
I've never seen this.
Walk away.
Oh, no, actually I have, sort of.
I won't warn you again.
It just did happen more in line with when the relic first showed up, instead of several long rests later. It's about the artifact, isn't it?
That artifact is an heirloom of my people.
Except I'm a Githyanki, so it should change her line.
Githyanki blood in order to steal it. This cannot stand.
Heirloom? Plunder from some conquered realm, more like. This artifact is the only thing keeping us from becoming slaves to our parasites. Be glad I have it.
Stop squabbling.
This matter concerns both of us, kin. Shadowheart has deceived us.
Oh, she just didn't tell us anything.
You're just finally showing what you really are. A reaver to the bone.
Spare your indignity. Every word that spills from your mouth is worth less than the last.
Stop this, no sense in us fighting each other.
Incorrect. Judicious bloodletting settles feuds and roots out the weak, the deceitful.
Do you hear this, tribe? Our lives are at stake, and she wants us to turn on each other.
No others. Just you and me.
I don't really need Shadowheart, but she's a much more sympathetic character in my knowledge. She might be
carries an
sympathetic.
heirloom of our people. She must explain herself.
She's deluded. As are you, should you show her your allegiance.
Lies upon more lies.
rest. Tempers will be cooler in the morning.
I doubt this one's wits will be any sharper by then.
I do not wish to spill blood here. Come daylight, we will find a place to end this.
Fine. You can accept you're wrong, or we'll be rid of you permanently. Either way, I win.
Neither one is great, honestly.
You had every chance to look the other way. But here we are. You chose this.
Spare me the justifications, coward.
If anyone asks, I'll say you were transforming. Don't expect to be mourned.
The interaction doesn't make any sense because she's so loud right here. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, I wonder if favorable beginnings. If this is the only time it will ever apply to Shadowheart. That's cool. Okay, here's a quick save moment because I have a flat +10. Thank God it wasn't a 1, so I didn't have to quick load.
She's a liability. It's the artifact we need, not her.
That's true.
Let me up, and I'll show you.
Those fingers are messy. Cooperate for your own sake.
You would have me surrender, Kin. A disgusting notion.
You had better warm to that notion very rapidly, or your journey ends here. We needn't be enemies. There's plenty of those to go around already.
What would you have? That we be friends?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But imagine what we might achieve if we channeled some of that hostility back at our real foes, instead of each other. They wouldn't stand a chance.
Yes. Like, guidance. That does a good job of highlighting why she is more openly sympathetic than Lae'zel. I need intelligence. And wisdom. And that. And that.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as
There we
could
go.
have.
That probably should have triggered so much sooner. Because it should have triggered right after the interaction or the event at the Goblin Camp. Weird fish people. They aren't even talking. I mean, this is the only kind of named guy.
Creature is lost in devotion.
Oh, I also do need to speak with animals. I don't think these speak in animal speak, but Pooldrip the Zealous.
I need a quick word.
Our blood to fill your oceans. Oh, blessed Boal.
Bual.
Our bones to build your temple in the deep.
Fish
A wave
person.
of pure devotion washes over you, and with every surge, you feel a presence grow in response.
Priest, promises. Your god wants proof. Wants blood.
These beings are Kuatoa, former Gake playthings that manifest their gods through sheer belief.
That's kind of cool. That's actually so cool.
You, our Lord of Murder, demands sacrifice. You will be an offering for the great god Boal.
Try to determine who or what they're talking to. Pretty good. Performance. I'd rather Arcana. +9 on a DC 20. Okay, but if this Arcana check doesn't allow me to then do one of the other actions after it, it kind of defeats the purpose of an Arcana check. Because it's just, oh, what do I know? Useless. If I got a 10, I would have been fine.
This presence. The magic is not divine, but fey. And it is murderous.
Well placed. Bual wants a sacrifice. Bual wants blood.
Shouldn't I get favorable beginnings here? Are your followers where you're just a rabid little fey creature?
Little, I'm a god, and I'm gonna rip you, tear you, wear you for a hat.
In the outburst of emotion, you feel the divine presence falter, then revert to its basic, cruel nature.
Why smile at that?
Bollocks! Don't do anything hasty now. The fish folk got plenty of power. We can share.
Blessed Bual. What?
Just what?
I'm talking to my chosen. Chosen got power. You want power, don't you?
I don't need your power. Yeah.
Kiss my ass then. This Lord of Murder likes doing his own dirty work. Kill! Kill for Bual!
I mean, they're all standing in water. They're about to get absolutely fried. He's not wet, though. They're not wet, despite the water. Huh?
Nothing will stand in my
I should
way.
probably guidance here, but... I mean, it's gonna be so good. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe it would still apply even if they don't have the wet condition. I don't know.
May the dice roll in my favor.
This is gonna block me? It isn't. Nice. Okay. It's gonna kill all of them. If, Kuatoa... That's just cutting words. And he's down to 25. Pretty easy. Can't buff anyone. Let's play some music.
Ready for another round?
I could go beat up those guys. They're not that threatening. Such good loot. Advantage on attack rolls against bleeding creatures as long as there are Kuatoa to worship Bual. So it's kind of nothing. This is 2d4, that's not bad. For a sickle.
Close ranks.
Like, you could definitely have them work with you and not just murder them all, but... They're frightened, they're not a threat. Wow. 2 terrible rolls. 4 and 3. God, those are bad rolls. Hey, you interfered with my music. What? What am I? Oh, guidance. Actually, the fact that I'm still running guidance, I could bless, but I don't think I really need to. And since I don't need to, I can concentrated blast a guy. It has a really short range, but he's dead. Wait, what? I can't use this if ensnared? I should be able to use it. It's a 9-meter range. Okay, it just wasn't working for some reason.
Well, This is my happy place. Under their noses.
Like, you don't have to murder all of them, you can convince them not to, but I'm just gonna blast this guy from here. Again, it's not gonna work, but that's the most dangerous one right now. I should actually move. Yeah, I'm just gonna move over here.
Let's light them up.
I could, but I'm not going to. God. Big hit. So I could bless, but that would be unnecessary. I could... finish this guy off, hopefully. I mean, barely, but it did work. And then get over here. You're gonna blast this guy. Absolutely blasted him. Was that efficient? No. I should have blasted this guy because it would have been easier. My AC on every character is really low. I only have 17. Though they do have advantage, which does weigh into it, but...
Wasn't long for this world after all.
Never a dull moment.
Anyway.
On my way.
Not a ton of stuff here, but I'm glad I didn't miss it. It's kind of a fun little side story that isn't really much of a story because it took all of one encounter to finish the main part of this area. But there's a path up here, which doesn't go very far. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be much here, but I'm glad I didn't miss it. Oh, it's a shield. Bual's arms. These are those, what are these? Just starfish. Another chest. There's a guy here that I'm going to loot first because he's less likely to have anything useful. It's an interesting enough zone though. I like these little like side zones. There's like various... The reason I remember this one was like minor, I guess, spoilers. You can get advantage on attack rolls against bleeding targets if you sacrifice a companion to Bual. Oh. It's a classic. You dig up a chest and then it's totally somewhere else. I have no idea where it is. It should be right here. I have to blast those. There's stuff over there. Probably. Anyway, I have no idea where that chest is. Yeah, there's a chest there. You know what it's time to do? It's time to find that club and use it to jump. What is that blue glowing? Potion of Greater Healing. Because there was a chest there.
Can't keep me out.
I didn't see the chest. There's also a pile of bones. Ah. I failed that check. Okay, if it goes again, I'm gonna complain. Okay, good. When the wearer heals a key creature, it automatically disengages and won't trigger opportunity attacks. Kinda neat. Am I gonna equip it? No. But it's kinda neat. Okay, so that's that area. There's nothing this way. It's a makeshift torch, which is just a torch. I have south to explore. Down here. I kind of feel bad wiping out the Kuatoa here. But I don't really care that much. I mean, they attacked me.
Better not be cursed.
That might be worth a look.
Were they perception checking the thing I already saw? Dad, sorry I stopped writing. We ran out of paper on the road. I got this from the druids. Maybe that's why they're so mad at us. I hope this can find you. Zevlor says you got lost and that our old house is gone. But I read a book that says all rivers find their way into the Styx. Whew. When you get it, you can write me back in Baldur's Gate. Or maybe come visit. I'll write again when I can get more paper. Donnie. Whew. That ain't happy. That's certainly not a happy story. Gale said that might be worth a lot, but it was pointing to the bottle that I just read, as far as I can tell.
That's curious.
What's curious? Ah. Where is the chest going to show up in the correct place? It is. Garbage loot. I'm going to assume...
Very glad Shadowheart and Lae'zel settled things without letting any blood.
I don't actually care. I have no interest in talking to the companions. Do I still have strong equipment? Yes, I do. Bloodlust. When you kill a foe, 5 temp hit points. That's neat. I'm bad at using elixirs, but elixirs are really good because they last until a long rest. Once Baal's favor has quickened within one of his beloved murderers, the bliss of his love is nigh indescribable, for he blesses his loyal with a new sensation, a mindless, instinctual, primal sensation that comes from within their bowels, an erotic spasm that washes over the killer in the moment of murder. It is said that in that instant his divine essence can almost be tasted. Forsake all other hedonism, acolytes, for nothing can compare. Until the true ecstasies of murder wash over you, initiates, this scroll contains a prayer you may say after a kill, calling for the Lord's disgrace to find its course in your body. Anyway, bunch of gold. Presumably that was Bual. Except he was saying he was the god of murder, which is Baal's domain, so if he was actually an acolyte of Baal, he would probably find that a little bit uppity. You know, that's an interesting place to explore. I don't actually know where I want to explore right now. I still have this stuff here. Ooh, I can finish this. And by finish, I mean I can test out the thing.
I greet you, child of the stars. How has your search for the mushrooms fared?
How could a Gake ever leave its colony? If this is taken as rude, I'm gonna maybe not keep it, but... Because I'd rather just ask, how could a mind flayer ever leave its colony?
I was born with a propensity for arcane magic my people despise. It gave me the strength to resist the Elder Brain. Every waking hour I pushed back against its dire hold. My wizardry empowered me, The moment its control shattered, I fled. Before the colony discovered I had defected.
Impressive. I found those mushrooms.
These are fine specimens. It will only take me a moment to brew them to proper potency.
Omeluum turns away to prepare the potion,
Omeluum.
lost in its own musings.
You must drink the entire draught. I can make no promises as to its taste.
I will choose to trust.
The potion is disgusting beyond description. The only mercy is that it goes down quickly.
I assume without the constitution save you don't
Not
drink
a
it.
drop
The same?
left. Very good. As the potion influences your mind, you may find yourself acting irrationally. Try and stay focused.
The world loses its edges, its finer boundaries. You are fluid, but trapped like a creature suspended in amber.
One, 3 versus 3. 1, 3 is better than just a 3. Draw on your willpower and resist. And I can bless myself with level... Oh, bless is the full spell. I don't want to bless myself. Is it worth a spell slot to get slightly better chances on a DC 10? Why not? Unnecessary, of course.
Dark
I'm assuming there's gonna be more
holes bite at the
rolls, but
edges
maybe
of your
not.
vision. But the void cannot draw you in. The tadpole spasms, seizes. It's fighting the potion even harder than you are. Fear pierces your mind like knives of ice. The parasite digs deeper, as if it needs to hollow out your skull.
Cleric. Bonus. 5. 5. 3. Cleric with advantage. I could also do that, but that gives Blessed, which should just be the same as this.
The cold blades lose their edge. You are stalwart, turning that tide of fear against itself. The parasite swells with power. More power than you have ever felt before. It surges and twists, lashing out against that which would dare to intrude. The parasite in your mind quiets, pleased with itself.
Omeluum, are you well?
That lava is like nothing I have ever observed before. Its power is unsettling.
There's more power than ever.
Such an outcome was not in my calculations.
Which is reasonable.
There is more to this being than mere stasis.
I suppose it's not all bad. More power is better than less, except it isn't, but it seems like a funny sentence.
Yet that power may grow beyond your control. I have another intermediate solution, if you are in need. I possess a ring of mind shielding. It prevents elder brains from noticing my presence. It will not remove the lava, but it will limit its influence, both positive and negative. I would offer it as a gift, but in truth, the ring is priceless. Is there anything you could offer me in turn?
No. Ooh, bard performance? Brains, brine pools, and balderdash. That seems fun. 7 bonus. I'm not doing this because that's kind of rude. Because it's not theirs to repay. Because presumably he was yet another person that got transformed into a mind flare, so it's not his fault. But why does this one get... Oh, I guess because... I think favorable beginnings doesn't apply to performance. I forgot that it's persuasion and deception specific. But yeah. The more friendly response.
As Amelon watches your performance, something stirs in his mind, unusual for an illithid. Joy.
Here. It is yours.
I'm not going to use it.
May it
but
serve you as well as it has served me.
On the chance that late game it's useful.
Helps not to judge a book by its cover, doesn't it?
Of course, the lava remains. Be ever vigilant of its growth.
Like on the off chance there's a specific moment. I mean, it's still useful. He seems like he wouldn't be in favor of furthering his illithid powers. Like, it's still a useful ring to have. Maybe it is plot useful later.
Can't slow down.
Okay, so I still have this south bit to explore. I'm gonna leave that for the moment. That's a basement of the tower. Why it was in a separate zone, I don't understand. Okay, so I am going to be back in 0 seconds. Magic, except the audio changed because she's standing right there. But the magic of pausing video recording. So the fact that she moved in the meantime so that she stood beside the Bibberbang is pretty funny to me. Okay, I've decided I'm gonna do... There's basically nothing here. I should have really done it before jumping down there. But there's basically nothing here, so I should do it, but I'm gonna do this first. This is Sussurbark, relevant. What do I have equipped? I have that equipped. Actually, no, I still want this, I think, for now. But not for too long. Hook horror.
Don't mind if I do.
Actually, what is... Yes. The +3 is the current proficiency bonus. Yeah. A deep hole.
Looking into the hole, you see only darkness. It's impossible to tell how deep it goes by sight alone.
Hello.
Your call echoes as it plunges downward, before gradually fading away.
Can I jump into it? Darn. I'm assuming that is bullet related, but I have no idea. This is hook horror.
Deep.
These things drain away one's
Still
magic.
fresh.
Shouldn't linger here.
Some monster did this. Marking its territory.
I'm pretty sure this is hook horror because there's hook horrors right over there. Yeah, they're not weak, but they're not the most threatening opponents. I should actually
No rest for the
use fire. Because I want it to actually explode. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? So, okay. Maybe I lose stuff by blowing that up, but... Unless it's toadstool.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
More Sucer Blooms. Wait for this to go and then deal with that. Should be straightforward.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Ooh, I don't actually have any scrolls of Misty Step. Interesting. No scrolls of Misty Step on me. I'm gonna have to solve it in a different way. Because the previous one, I just threw a scroll of Misty Step straight to him. Oh, and I am gonna save scum this whole thing. Because frankly, him blowing up is kind of boring. And I want to see potential ways to get whatever the intended solution is. It's a really good explosion, though. I'm gonna not have them walk with me. I just want to know if I can, like, jump ritual and jump where I need to go.
Where Bibberbang blows, noble stalk grows. The dwarf was harvesting valuable noble stalk amongst these explosive Bibberbang mushrooms.
Why is this a bard one? This is quite the predicament.
I know that. Scroll. Escape. My bag, please. I've dropped it somewhere.
Hold tight.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. His bag is there. I could probably cast jump on myself, jump there, grab it, jump there. I am gonna save scum this. Because if they explode in the time it takes for me to jump over them, if I cast this on myself, that will be weird. Like, if this... Okay, good.
What are you doing? Get out, careful. My back, please. Yes, that's...
Give it to him.
I just have to...
I'm not going to read that because I need to get out of here before my jump runs out. Because if my jump runs out, I'll be stuck.
Finally breathe.
Oop, that's going to blow up, that's going to blow up, that's going to blow up, that's going to blow up. Okay, I'm fine.
Ah, right. What were you saying?
What are you doing here? Hit your head or something? You seem more than a little confused.
Fine, fine.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Not what it used to be. I must need to go. For you. Your trouble. Ta.
I still have jump on. Anything... I don't know if any... I don't think that gets destroyed, so it's time for the fun explosion. Okay. Time
Lovely day, this.
for the good explosion. I don't think I lose anything by doing this. And it's just wonderful. Except I need to shoot it again. No, it will work fine. It'll spread, it'll get to the torch, and then it will go crazy. Wonderful. Though I do need to... That should... it is gone. And this will explode. It'll drop. It should explode because the ground's on fire, but it won't. That didn't light it for some reason. Anyway, probably my favorite individual element here. Maybe I lost stuff I could have gotten if I hadn't blown everything up, but I mean, come on. Blowing everything up is worth so much more than, like, Esmaltol red or whatever could have been lost there. Maybe nothing's losable. That is just such a good explosion. Oh yeah. So there's gonna be a shovel here that I need. Anyway, I got the shovel anyway. If the survival check triggers, you just shovel and you can get it. Not how it should work. Like you shouldn't be able to do that for ones that aren't marked from like a quest that you've gotten. Like quests that have those marked, you should be able to dig them up. Or if Scratch finds them, you should be able to dig them up. That's fine. But like the way it actually is, where it's like, oh, you get the notification, just use your shovel, basically where you're standing. I think that's a little iffy. I need to be cautious of the hook horror while I have this in my inventory. Anyway, I also want to swap that for the superior bless.
Never wanted the easy path.
Okay. I'm gonna bless and then just go for it.
The path lies before me.
I'm gonna pause this for a second because I have too much junk. This 2,000 gold worth of stuff in there. I'm never gonna use these, honestly. I need to know myself better. I'm never gonna use the grease. The fire arrows have situational use. Technically, drow poison is pretty useful. Those are worth carrying. Haste spores, never gonna use these. This is really good because it's just haste, which is super strong. I don't know if this potion of speed has concentration. If it doesn't, then it's super good. Pushback is good, but I'm never gonna use it. Bunch of keys. That's light enough. I don't need to send it. Anyway, now I'm light enough. I can have these guys move forward. I'm not in combat, so I should be able to ritual Featherfall. What is this? Oh, survival instinct that I got from the interaction I just had with the dude. Okay, let's undo this. And then she will jump right there. Or not. Jump. Jump, please. Jump. Attack it.
You're not gonna like this, mate.
What is this game doing? Okay, that's his turn. My turn is... So, that's actually a huge range. That's actually really good. Yeah. Short rest. If it would die, they get 3d4 instead of dying. Which is super useful. Why is this sorted in this way? This sorting is a mess. It's because of these. If I swap weapons, it moves those around. Okay. Okay, those can stay there. I want these to be together. The psionics needs to be together. Oh, I need to swap out my ring. I don't want that. That's useless. These together. The psionics. The light cantrip I'm not going to keep, because I'm going to get rid of that soon. Then pull this back up. I really wish you could make this thing wider. Maybe you can, and I'm just not paying attention, but 55, 65. I don't have any good offensive. Like, these are okay, but they're not great. They're not single target. It's not going to attack. It's probably better to try to do better damage if I hit.
Heating up.
No gloom, all doom.
More damage if it hits. 95% to hit. Did it canceled the reinforcement call?
We'd make better strangers.
I don't think Fowler Aloof is great on her. It's not terrible if I actually, you know, use its effective bonus, but
Must be on my way.
the bless is about to run out. So it's wasteful to use the bless there for sure. Okay, I'm never gonna use those. I don't need 2 shovels. I'm never gonna use. I might use it. I can probably keep half of these. I should probably give it to someone else though. Will. Let's do the same thing. Split a bunch of these out. Give them to other people.
I've got a long road ahead.
This is... Don't.
Better be cautious.
Ready and willing. Going on the sly.
Better make my next move. Have to keep going.
I'm pretty sure this dude up here is crazy. Okay, I don't think you can avoid fighting them. Don't pickpocket.
Whisper mode.
It's like, I don't think there's any need to have my character engage first.
Strength in silence.
But,
Every step counts.
you know, I don't trust that pathing. This pathing is... What? Philro turned. Yeah, he instantly engaged combat.
Maybe I should stay crouched forever.
What I'm gonna do... Force tunnel. I could mess around.
Keeping quiet.
Anyway, they chose to turn for some reason, so I'm gonna have to... jump no distance at all. And... blast a guy. Whoops. Well, there goes any loot he had. I'm reloading that. Because he has actually, like, pretty relevant loot, I think. I didn't expect it to launch him that far, because it's hard to actually judge the launch distance.
No time to rest. These boots have seen everything.
It's a gnome's life for me. Or am I
A
needed?
gnome's life for him because he's crouching. That's good. Should
Long and low.
Should I rest? I should probably not blow a bunch of potions to heal, but I'm going to.
Best think ahead, or I'm lost.
Let's go. Strength in silence.
And of course he wasn't hiding because you can't jump and then hide right away. So that's him aggroed. I don't want him to move. He has 32. If I deal just enough damage, I can sleep him.
I could go for a good meal.
She's gonna be seen, probably. 2 crits in a row. If this was Pathfinder, that would make sense, but instead it's just random luck that I get the 1 in 20, with advantage at least, but like, it's just random chance that I crit.
The blade will not bend.
Anyway.
Let's not get caught off guard.
I'm just gonna walk up, because otherwise it would consume the action. I'm not gonna get close to that guy.
No holding back. Finding my way.
Like that's, it shouldn't, I mean that's probably 4.5 meters, but like, it really shouldn't affect every enemy equally.
The weave. Good move.
Oh yeah, pounce. God, what was that last hit?
Have me. Not yet.
Anyway, rough.
On the victor's path.
Put him up.
Don't know why she had to move there to jump here. Doesn't matter. What are these criticals? Like I don't have karmic dice on.
On the victor's path.
So this should be, oh actually,
Forever, pal.
oh, can't move. Rough. Because this totally can't climb up that.
No holding back.
Scoot this way. What are these criticals? So, Karlach crit twice on Philro. The Hook Horror crit once on Gale, and then crit once on Karlach. What are these criticals?
No holding back.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
These are just obscene crits. Magma. That is loosely related to, and this is why I didn't want to kill him. This item and this. Launching him into the pit is bad.
I'm ready to rest my weary head.
Protector, Guardian of the Antimantine Forge from Magma Rose, only in Magma Destroyed. Hot Hammer. Hot Hammer. Where? And then Dorn knows.
Something's guarding that forge, and it's weak to this hot hammer.
I know how to do that. It's pretty fun. It makes for not really an interesting fight, but it's fun. Cause like at least how I did it, it was basically. Oh, it's spoilers. It'll be there eventually, but it was basically like. It's the thing protecting it's basically you let the magma out, it shows up, then you have to attack it to bait it to the so that it runs halfway across the thing underneath the hammer, gets hit by the hammer, it's stunned for 2 turns, the lava goes down or the magma goes down, then you bring the magma back, that heats up the thing, you hammer it again, it's dead. Is how it went last time I did this. There's 2 more hook horrors along here, or maybe only 1. Oh no, there's one down there. Now here's a scenario. I don't feel bad about launching hook horrors into pits. I don't know how it saw me. Like, it physically could not see me, and I'm not that close that it would be able to hear me. But whatever. Gameplay.
Step by step.
I'm gonna get pulled down somehow into the pit. is what I'm thinking is about to happen. Or it's gonna jump, and it's gonna knock me down. Maybe not. I'm actually totally in favor of knocking this guy into the pit. Because honestly, the like hook horror claw stuff, I don't think it's that important. Another critical hit. Why have I gotten so many critical hits in this last little bit? Because as I mentioned, this ain't no Pathfinder, at least 2nd edition, where crits are like 10 above the AC or DC or whatever is instantly a crit. Oh yeah, like this isn't that. So the number of crits is obscene. When dealing cold damage, the wielder deals an additional 1 cold damage. Insidious cold. They get chilled, which means they're vulnerable to cold damage and resistant to fire, but the big thing's vulnerable to cold. Like, offensively, that would be better than this. And if I'm not going to be using Bless, I think it is better than this. This is really good if I'm going to Bless stuff. This is not really that good, but with it, I get this. That deals 2d8 plus 1, and after it's been hit by cold damage, it would deal double. That's actually, like, not bad, I think. So I'm gonna get a good angle. Like, 96 because of hiding advantage, but I'm actually just going to... Except that didn't knock it back at all for some reason. Luck of the Far Realms for a crit? No, not this turn. Yeah, now I have... Why is it not... Did I misread? Is a cantrip not a spell? Because, like, a cantrip is a spell, but it's not a leveled spell. So it must be Insidious Cold only applies to leveled spells. I mean... It will still be better for direct confrontations. And it would probably be a little bit too good if it applied the chilled on cantrips, which I view cantrips as spells, but they're not leveled spells, and spells refers to leveled spells and all that. I don't actually need to jump, because they still can't see me. Anyway, Will's turn is over. It's still surprised. Karlek gets 1 more attack. Let's just do this. I have no reason to. Yeah, it was a little... Lacerate was what that was for. God, bad rolls. It's making up for the critical spam. I'm glad it doesn't knock down. That's dangerous. Anyway, this should be fine. Actually, but an interesting thing here. If I had 2-weapon fighting, and I equipped the club in my offhand, this would be 6 to 14 damage, which, considering everything, is pretty good. Like... Because I'd have 4 strength. Well, actually, I have a -1. Oh, it's versatile, but why is this damage... Shouldn't it have a -1? No, because the weapon enchantment's a +1. So I would actually gain +5, making this a 7 to 15 damage melee weapon. Which would be pretty funny.
Let's go.
When this is only a 6 to 15.
Another fight. Let's go.
I wouldn't hit that often, but anyway, that's gonna be fun, I think.
No time to rest. One day I'll catch a break.
I basically just... This is not super relevant, It's relevant, but not super relevant. Like, you can make a weapon with it, you can finish a quest. But I mean, that's it. Oh yeah, I need to get rid of the Susur. This is gonna be used soon. I can't remember what I can... You can craft a mace, a dagger, a longsword? I can't remember if you can do a longsword. I really wish it defaulted to just always auto-sorting stuff, but it doesn't, and I should be used to that by now. I think this is a relatively nice place to explore. It's a little path that connects back. Anyway. Morning Frost, I should consider some more ice-based spells. Because it could be fun. Like, swap him from lightning to ice-based. And do this, because I think cold spells still deal double damage, same way lightning does. And if... There's no way chilled and wet stack for 4x damage. There's no way. Like, that would not be... I mean, it wouldn't be a good thing to add, in my opinion. It would be a mess, but... Actually, from how it works, it probably should work, right?
The rock under your
it's
feet
vulnerable,
juts upwards,
and
forming
dealing...
a perfectly engraved tombstone with a small epitaph. In memory of Myrna,
Oh, the dog.
light in this dark world. May you forever gaze upon the lake you loved to play in. You realize it was made with stone shape, a powerful spell to waste on a grave.
I'm gonna do this. I just want to know what's in there. I'm not gonna maintain it unless it's actually kind of cool. Because it's messed up to dig up the corpse of a dog.
As you dig, you slowly expose the skeletal remains of a large dog wearing a chunky leather collar.
Like, if the collar's, like, super strong, maybe.
It's got runes all over it. This must have belonged to Lenore's dog. Definitely magical, too.
Actually, if I can... Wait, that's the same symbol that was on Scratches. It's messed up to dig up the grave. I want to see what's going on here. Where's Scratch? That's his name, right? Where's my doggy? You over here, boy? You over here? You're not here. Where are you? Where are you, puppy dog? Where are you? Oh yes, yeah, Susur flower. Where are you, puppy dog? You're not here. Did you leave? Why would you leave? You would not leave me. You would not abandon me. Where is he? Like, digging up the grave is messed up. Okay, maybe he's just gone and I can only interact with him now by using this. Except I can't use it. I'm confused. I might still dig it up because this is actually kind of an interesting mystery. If I can't dig it up, if I can't summon Scratch after I dig it up, then that's definitely something, because that collar looks like the collar Scratch was wearing, which is, I think, what this is about. Because if I can summon Scratch now...
You realize it was made with...
Okay.
I'll give it a shot.
In memory of Myrna, a shining...
I just want to see what happens here. Scratch is summoned right now.
As you dig, you slowly expose the skeletal remains of a large dog wearing a chunky leather collar.
Strange collar. It's got runes all over it. This must have belonged to Lenore's dog. Definitely magical too.
Okay, it's just a coincidence that it might have bugged out, that I couldn't interact with him. I mean, if it has nothing to do with Scratch right here, then I'm going to leave it there and go back load, not dig it up. Because I don't think this is a character that would dig up a grave. As he says after he dug up a grave, but... Okay, he has no interface. Yeah. I only dug it up out of this context, and then I dug it up again because Scratch disappeared. It's weird, I don't know what's up with that. Whether that's actually something that happens, but if you have him with you, it doesn't do that for some reason. No idea.
You realize it was made with stone shape.
But, like, I know that it's Lenore's dog. I'm just gonna... So, I think I'm going to mostly leave it as is. Oh, okay. So I'm reading a post online about the collar, and it's just interesting stuff. And apparently, if you have the dog collar in your bag at the Arcane Tower, there's a little button on the wall, the button that I pushed that did nothing, and a piece of food pops out of the collar. Like, it's not... Yeah, it's just kind of a nice story element. It's messed up to dig up the dog thing just to get that, though, so I'm going to leave it. I think that's the end of here, but it's time for the masterwork weapon. I don't remember whether the text itself made it clear what you could make it out of, but I just checked to make sure really quick, and it's basically a dagger, a sickle, or a greatsword, and you need a default version of them to make it.
Your desire.
Which in turn means if I have any at camp, I'll need to grab one. I mean, I'm not going to use this weapon for long. That's a cool camp. Oop, why am I Karlak?
Come on, let's go.
Why is Lae'zel walking here? Anyway, I need to see if I have any greatswords. Just basic greatsword. If not, I'll have to buy one. Or settle for a different weapon that I'm still not going to use. Like a dagger, I could do. I won't use it. The reason I want to do a greatsword is because there is a chance I might actually make use of it. Yeah, nothing there. So I'm going to go to the Emerald Grove.
There we go.
Because I don't know why she's the one in control.
What to do? Moving in.
Because I think there should be a ton of greatswords if the guy's still there, which I think he is. And, like, it's a decent weapon. it like silences on hit, which like is useful against enemies that are affected by silence. Ooh, they refreshed their stock. Or more accurately, I just didn't steal from those. Anyway, it seems like
moment to talk.
they've all
It'll
left.
take a while for us all to recover. But of course.
So, time to reclaim probably one of many great swords. Just a reinforced. Did I sell any basic great swords? Short swords. I didn't? That feels unlikely. I don't think a reinforced one works. I think it requires like a basic weapon. Oh, I'm just blind. Oh yeah, the topaz.
May you keep.
Anyway, now I can go back to the blighted village. Make a great sword that's not going to be used at all or much. I mean, I'll probably use it for a bit. Why do I have so much stuff in here? I don't remember what I looted that gave me all that. Can't wait until I take the choice that allows me to... You know what? Oh, this is actually the maximum height, huh? Susur. And then it turns to blue.
Now for a great sword,
Dagger or sickle.
or sickle.
The only one I might use is the great sword.
The roaring furnace awaits an offering.
Actually, I could wield a great sword, couldn't I?
A candy sweet
Because I'm a Githyanki.
wafts forth. The Susa bark infuses the weapon from within the flames. The flames sputter away. The sword is complete.
Anyway, now it's a better weapon. Like, it's a +1 weapon, it silences target on hit. Presumably with a save. It's probably not guaranteed to silence, but... I mean, that's probably a better 7 to 17 instead of 6 to 15, yeah. Fowler Louvre. Can he... Oh, but the Spell Sparkler is so good. Maybe I'll just take a break from... Oh, he can't even use it. That makes my choice way easier.
I've got a long road ahead.
I think what I could do is, if I ever want to use it on this character, I can. I probably won't. But if I want to, like, not cast spells for some reason, I could wield it alongside the club. And it would hit pretty hard. Anyway, that's the end of this area. That's the end of that quest. This is broken. Unless she can show up again later, that's broken. The Creche has some cool stuff. History, embrace your potential. I need to deliver their head, which I haven't killed yet. I saved him, I need to talk to her. This is in the second phase, that's the second phase, that's later. The Cellar, that's later. Daughter of Darkness, they complained. Yeah, that's basically it. So it's back to the colony. No, I want to go to... No, I have nothing at the Susur tree, so... I have her to talk to. This section's clear. I'm going to clear down here after I talk to this person. Where is she? She is right here. No. Where is she? She's over here, isn't she?
Press ahead.
Actually, I could just center my camera and be like, okay, she's right here.
Balin, there you are. Did you bring the noble stock?
The what?
Noble stock? The mushroom?
I knew I was forgetting something.
What?
Sorry, love.
Absolutely worthless. 70 years of terror. For what?
They're dwarves, right? Yeah.
Look at that. Got my useless old man back. I suppose that's your doing. His hands are empty as a whole. We'll have to send him back out soon enough.
I wonder if the line earlier about taking the noble stock he has, which I didn't go with because it's aggressive, but I wonder if that would remind him that he was there to pick noble stock and he would pick some as well before coming back. That would be interesting. This is dangerous territory. You must be down here for a reason.
Collecting noble stock. Valuable mushroom. We've a shop in Boulder's Gate. The locals go mad for it.
What makes it so valuable?
Nearly nothing it can't cure. Blindness, poison, hair loss.
Could it cure his memory loss?
Probably. But Balin in his right mind wasn't worth half a half of noble stock. I know him better than anyone. Got the scars to prove it.
Interesting.
That old idiot.
The wearer deals an additional 1d4 damage with throw attack and attacks with improvised weapons. Interesting. Like, stuff like that really made me think, I don't want to talk to them. I don't care about them. Maybe they have stuff to sell, though. I really should consider sale.
My friend, Bibberbag. Curious. Beautiful. But dangerous.
But yeah, items like that made me
Next time.
consider, like, a
More
monk.
Careful next time, for certain. Thank you for your help.
How'd you get trapped to begin with is a very good question.
I think anyway, what were you saying?
How'd you end up trapped like that?
Noble stock. Yes, there it needs noble stock. Mushroom. Good stuff. And the ledge. Yes, I was on a ledge. Crumbled to bits. And I tumbled down. Mushroom. Powerful. Did it wants it for a brew. She's very good, my Didit. Very good at a brew. The shop. The shop needs all we find. Bone cloaks. Baldur's Gate. Anything sourced here. Very high rate of profit.
Huh.
Pepperbank. Of course.
She's a traitor. Trader, not traitor.
We'll be clearing out soon enough. You come across a noble stock mushroom about, you give it here.
Nah.
Gods know I've earned it.
I mean, unless she sells it for a good amount. Interesting stuff. Corrosive flail. Ooh. Corrosive strike. Deal additional acid damage equal to proficiency bonus. On a hit, create a pool of acid around the target, which reduces AC by 2. That's not totally useless. It's not the best. Oh, this one's actually kind of nice. Mostly because if the one who has it equipped is alive, and everyone else has been knocked down, you just mass healing word and pick them up. Ring mail. Hide armor. Medium. I need to pay attention and actually read. Because if any of these have advantage on constitution saves, I will absolutely consider it. Jump, that's nice. That's situational. Scale mail, chain mail. A better hand crossbow, but I'm not using hand crossbows this run. You don't get a lot of even decent hand crossbows. They're all just +1 at most that I've seen so far. That's nice to have. I kind of want the fire resistances to have extras, because they are very useful. Basic potions are nice. I don't think I really need to collect disarms, but I can never have enough thieves' tools. Fish head. Toxin. That's cool. Drink it to get extra vault jump distance. It might be worth picking up. Actually, that's kind of nice because I already have one. A bunch of this might be worth buying. I'm not going to mess with it. I don't know if fluorite has a use. Excuse me. Useless items. I'm never gonna use that. Cup of oil. Single use. I wonder if you can use it for anything. I've never tried. So this is gonna go to someone, and the rest are consumable. Anyway, who do I want to give this to? This is not that good.
You have my attention.
That's nice to have. I haven't used this once yet.
Attention.
And Misty Step is nice for emergencies.
Defender of the people. Direct me.
These are not bad. But I think if I am just going to be walking around with it equipped, I would rather have the heal one that I have. I'd rather have this equipped. It's probably not better, but in emergencies, it'll be more useful to have, like, a way to pick someone up. So, like, oh, everyone else is knocked down. I can heal everyone. I can heal one person. It's going to be more useful. And if I have time to prep, maybe I want to equip this, but most of the time, I won't need it. Those are useless. I could sell them, but I'd rather hoard everything. Actually, I want to check. Spell attack of 7. If I equip... not that one. Staff. If I equip this... 8. Good. Because I was getting 10 for some reason last time. But this is more interesting, so I'm going to keep it equipped. Okay, she's done. This area's... Is it done here?
Might be useful.
I need to check if there's any people worth talking to. I don't talk to every single NPC, so I probably have missed quests. Like, this one might have something to say. I'll see if it does. I doubt it will.
The circle is cleansed.
Yeah, I figured it would be nothing. Like, my assumption is all those are... They have nothing worth saying. It's like... Unless there's an obvious, oh, hey, this is an NPC that might have a quest scenario, I won't talk to them. Like, this, probably nothing, doesn't have a name. Lockolite. Bibber bang. Bibber bang. I wish they were smart enough to not stand on the bibber. Oh, wait, that would be stealing for some reason. I wish they were smart enough to not stand on the bibber bang. Anyway, okay, I think that's the end of here. All that's left... I'm gonna clear this. The fastest way to get there is probably from here. And just path out... here. This I'm not sure. There must be some way to stop the lasers. My question is whether it might be like... You put a Sucer flower here, or maybe there's some specific interaction that you can do. Like if you're like a Thalunite cleric. They got hit. I could unpetrify 3 different drow. I have no interest in that. Hey, I didn't loot this guy apparently. Not the worst. Will they let me jump? They will. Okay, wonderful. Featherfall. I hope everyone else jumps. Nice. Nice. They all jumped. I love that. I love Featherfall being a ritual. It just makes it so easy to use and abuse a little. Anyway, this is the last little bit of this section that I want to explore.
Those mushrooms
I'll be
have a
back here in a
curious
second.
symmetry.
I assume I can't interact
Is this
yet.
just for decoration? Useless.
Come on. There should at least be an Arcana check or something, right? Oh yeah, this is interesting.
The injuries on this drow are consistent with a fall.
Very deep fall.
A very deep fall.
Long fall, but... one favor, one faithful servant. That is all I summoned. No more and no less than Malice Do'Urden ever had. Or indeed the mother of lusts herself. The yokel was quite a sight in all its forms. I'd read of its foul odor, but I found it intoxicating, like rose water. So it smashed a few artifacts, hissed at a master. The Archmage should have revered me for such a conjuring. Instead, he threatened to curse me, to make me a drider. Yet my time will come. Soon, I will return to Menzobranzan, I don't know the intended pronunciation of sorcery. Then, the Archmage will worship me. I will be served. So yeah, this is... I really wonder if the, like, Malice Do'Urden character existed within the lore of D&D prior to that book series. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it did. But I'm kind of just curious whether or not that's the case. Like, it could be a totally created character.
What have we here?
Yeah, illusions. Actually, I don't have to rely on other people. I can equip a club and jump my way up without having to use a different character. And I can featherfall so that if I miss something, I'm fine.
I think I found something.
I have featherfall still for eight turns, so I should be fine. What was... Yep, the investigate. That's...
Tuskwa. Best to watch my step.
That's not where I was supposed to land. I guarantee that. That was not intended for sure. What the... Anyway, that's not where I'm supposed to be able to jump to. Yeah, that's why I had featherfall equipped. I actually wouldn't have needed it there, but... The rest of the way up should be safe. I can pick it up from there, but not from here or here. Janky. I assume that's the investigation check on the illusory wall.
Another illusion. Is anything real down here?
Which doesn't actually make sense coming from this direction, but... Oh, never mind. It does, because of all the illusions. That is implying I came from this direction, because it is assuming that you get here from above and not you climbed up. Anyway, yeah. Now I can get everyone up here. What are they... Like, is the investigation roll on the illusion? Like, I don't know what else it would be that they're rolling for. It's only a DC 20. Which is like a hard sort of DC, but... It's still kind of crazy that every one of them failed it. It's not crazy at all. Totally reasonable. I thought it was determined that these were illusions, these types of walls. Because my first playthrough, I was like, oh, it's not an illusion. I have to put one of the masks on to walk through. But then I didn't have to do it this time. But maybe it is. If you wear a mask, you can walk through it. I don't know. I don't need to go back through it anyway, so. Yeah, that's what this area is all about. What that square is there. Like, why that square is there, I don't know. So, that is it for this part of the Underdark, as far as I'm aware. I'm going to take a short rest. I'm going to transition to the next zone, and then that'll be it for today. Ooh, we threw a surprise party for Ironfoot. How that idiot made it past 150 is a mystery, but it's cause for celebration either way. When he saw the fire whiskey we'd been brewing, I swear he teared up. I'd only a cup of the stuff, but I can't feel my tongue anymore. The lunatic finished the barrel that night. I have no idea how he made it to his next shift, but Myrna claimed she needed him inside the wagon to guard inventory. The burrow warden didn't say a word when the snores started. Layabout is lucky she's got a soft touch. I'd best get some sleep. Orders just came in for practice shovels and pickaxes for the younglings. And I've yet to harvest the Zerkwood. Where does the time go? Anyway. I'm going to try and go for an intentionally different route than what I've done here, but it also just... The route I picked last time, or the interaction I picked last time, might just be the one that fits the best. Let's just try preemptively seeing if it matters. It probably won't, but...
A vessel wobbles on the lake's murky waters.
I kind of wish the lighting was better, but there's no reason for it to be any better. Everyone's just covered in blood. It's what it looks like. The Underdark is much lighter than it should be, but I mean that's for gameplay purposes. Okay, that water is so janky. It's made of jello. Excuse me.
You! What are you doing on Gek's raft?
Like, this entire interaction doesn't make any sense. Why do we just let them jump onto our boat and not just attack them? Like, we can shoot magic at them so easily. We should get the choice to just blast them out of the water. +5 from the club. I really want to do that. So my previous one, I think I deceived them that they must be dead. I want to try this.
Your parasite stirs briefly.
Okay,
then
does nothing.
goes still. The Dwegar is not infected.
But athletics is just such a... It's just not a good way to do it, honestly. Unless you're playing that type of character, which is not what this type of character is. This character is not a muscle brain. If it was a muscle brain, though, that would absolutely be the choice. Look at this 11 to 14 bonus. If I roll a 1, I'll complain. If I roll a 2 and don't get to 15, I would accept it.
Damn! The sergeant will be pissed about her boots. Come on, let's get you to shore. You're the one telling the sergeant what happened. The rest of you, keep patrolling. I'll be heading back with the... this one.
This interaction goes differently.
Silence until the lights of a camp twinkle through the murk.
If you talked to the sergeant guy, because then you know about the boots, and the conversation goes a little bit longer, but it's fundamentally the same. Oh, I think playing a muscle brain and just going straight into the fight here could be interesting. Not this character, but just in general. Like, considerations of like a strength-centric monk. Or dex strength monk. If there was an item that could supplement the wisdom, I totally would go for it. Like a pure strength dex constitution dump the wisdom monk.
I'll be plowed sideways. We've got a welcoming party.
You shithead! Time you showed up, we got trouble.
Spit it out! Sergeant finally choked on True Soul Near's prick.
Rugno! The twat soul caused a rockfall, trapped tighter than a ring on a fat finger.
You're shitting me. You pay up?
That's the trouble. He's got the gold on him. Sergeant's arm is falling off with all the gnome slaves she's been beating. Who's the hoon, Grayman? Another slave for the dig.
I was told to, was I told to report to the sergeant? I can't check it. I guess I was.
Aye. She sniffed up Gek's corpse. Found the hoon sailing his skiff.
Ooh, maybe this is gonna be aggressive.
You feel the slightest of stirrings in your head. The Dwergar is not infected, yet your minds resonate.
I'll be. You're one of them cult freaks. Felt the tingle. Your twat-soul chum owes us a load of coin. You want through? Make a donation.
I'm not giving you a single coin. Do I try to fight? Let's go with a slightly less aggressive.
Unclog your hole. Just shitting around. But I'm warning you. That twat soul ain't settled up soon. There'll be hell to pay for the lot of you cult buggers.
Free the drow, take his head, get out of here in one piece.
Say this right in their face.
1, 2, 3.
Just say it right in their
Don't
face.
forget the gnomes. I'm not leaving them with their captors.
What a positive person. I kinda just want to kill this guy. A note. Interact with the note. I don't think there's anything important. Apricot's slave grub in the right barrel, Rothe Chow in the left. Next of you shits I see flubbing it is getting a hot poker up the arse sideways. Thrin. Cleric of Laduguara. Kinda weak. Kinda weak. 18 AC is decent for leather armor. And 10 dex. Which implies this is heavy armor. That has a value of 18? No, she would have to have other stuff to boost her AC. 14 AC. 12 dex. Extra attack. Phalanx formation. That's actually really good. Bonus on attack rolls if within 3 meters of an ally that carries a shield and isn't incapacitated. That's really good. Obviously it's not something you can get on a character, but it is still really good. One of the drunken shrooms sensed us and split. Chunky one too. Months worth of soup at least. The rest were too busy droning to put up a fuss. Yeah, that's talking about Glut, who we killed. Anyway, I'm gonna walk up the staircase because that's an appropriate place. Spoilers for a second. This over here is where you go to the next chapter. It took me way longer than it should have to find. An executed drow. This is fun. This interaction's a lot of fun. I'm gonna leave it for later though. But this area takes a fairly long time to explore. Because you want to get to the Adamantine Forge. There's a bunch of like minor side passages here and there. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to avoid going the main way first, but it fixed itself. Yeah. This all is going to be later. This is going to be next time. This is an appropriate place to stop, I think. And next time it will be time to explore the Grymforge region. So, have a good day. Bye-bye.